Hello there, jet ski fans, and welcome to another midweek update. Let me start by saying this is going to be quite a different midweek update. Ordinarily, I would mash together some clips of me making repairs and improvements on the X2, but this is going to be different because it's going to be mostly just me talking about what's going on with the channel, mostly about the visit to the Jet Ski Brothers, some complications with that, and also I'll talk a little bit about why the X2 is currently missing some pieces, but I'm not going to go into great detail. Let me start by thanking Vinvin for supporting me on Patreon. He is my latest Patreon member, so thank you very much to Vinvin. Much appreciated. And now let's get on to some of the complications with going to see the Jet Ski Brothers. This one actually has been sorted out, but for 2 days I was in a huge panic because I thought that my passport had expired. Then I actually went and looked at my passport and saw that I had it renewed in 2016. I had driven through the States to get to Eastern Canada and decided to renew my passport at that time. So fortunately, that is taken care of. The other thing is complications with COVID-19 vaccines. So I had one of my vaccines in Alberta and one of them in Labrador. And because I had them in 2 different provinces, that means that I can't consolidate it onto one digital app. So the way it works in Canada is each province, I think anyway, each province has its own app or own system of tracking if you're fully vaccinated. And I'm fully vaccinated, but I got one in Alberta and one in Labrador. If I had time to and could afford a couple of sick days once getting the vaccine, I would go and just get another one here in Alberta. But the problem is I don't have time. And so because I have one in Labrador again and one in Alberta, I can't get a digital copy basically, or digital proof that I am fully vaccinated. So that might give me issues going into the States. I've talked to a few people who have traveled, and apparently sometimes they don't check at all and sometimes they check your paperwork. So I'm thinking it's going to be okay. Hopefully I don't drive 10 hours and they get turned away at the border. I'm hopeful. I'm hoping that it all works out, and I'm going to give it a try. What else? Yes, as I mentioned earlier in the video, the X2 is missing some parts. I'm not going to go into great detail. I did plan on putting a post on my Patreon account about this, but basically I went out, tested the X2, and there's nothing catastrophic happening, so don't worry about that. But I was just I did my typical Joel thing where I wanted to check a few things and it got completely out of hand. Show you guys how out of hand it actually got. That's how out of hand it got. So the engine is basically back together and ready to go back into the hull, but I tore it apart just to check a few things. It was acting up a little bit, what you would call loading up down low. Still not 100% sure what that is, but I'm going to throw it back together, do a few more checks on a few more things, and hopefully that's sorted out. It would be a shame to go all the way to visit the Jet Ski Brothers and not have the X2 working really good, which it wasn't when I was out on it yesterday. So I've also ordered a few things. My phone is currently sitting on a tripod, which normally I sit my phone on a ladder or something. So I bought myself a tripod on Amazon. I got a thing to hold my camera that mounts on it. I got some Sea-Doo booties on the way, registration numbers for this. I've got my primer installed. I also got the 750 pump for the XI 650 SS, 650, 750. I got this off eBay and it actually showed up a little bit early, and it's not in horrible shape. It does have a couple of dings on the stator vanes, so I was debating which pump to use on the X2. I'm glad that I used that one on the X2. I will be releasing a video about installing the pump and all the stuff I had to go through to get the 750 pump on this. I had it out and tested it. It seems to be working okay. And then that pump, the new pump, the eBay pump, will be going on the 650, 750 swap thing. What else did I want to talk about? Yes, I'm going to see the Jet Ski Brothers, and I'm going to be traveling. Today is Wednesday when I'm filming this, and hopefully I get it out Wednesday as well. So I've got one day tomorrow and then planning on leaving on Friday. So as far as uploading a video for Sunday, that might not happen. This video just barely happened, and the only reason why it's happening is because I'm not having to do any editing. Hopefully I don't have to edit out too many of my stutters and slurs and yeah, nonsense like this right here. So what did I want to say next? Yes, some of my videos will be either delayed or not uploaded altogether. I do have a backlog of footage that I want to show you guys. I was out at Twin Valley testing the X2, trying to do some carb tuning and stuff. And yeah, anyway, I have some ride footage at Twin Valley as well that I think is pretty neat, but I don't really have time to edit that and get it together. So I am going to go now. I'm going to stop babbling, throw the engine in, and then I've got the rest of the day today. It's about 5 p.m. right now. I've got the rest of the day today to throw the engine in the X2. I won't be able to test it, so that my first test of the X2 will actually be when I am in Washington visiting the Jetski Brothers. So be sure to tune in. I'm sure they will be shooting some footage of that as well. Not sure when I will be releasing mine or they will be releasing theirs, but I'm sure that should be interesting for everyone involved. I think that is everything that I wanted to tell you guys. I'm hoping that my Sea-Doo booties show up in time because my other ones had holes in them and I tossed them into the trash. I have a bunch of little things that I need to take care of, but it looks like everything is going to work out. I'm probably going to forget a thing or two before I head off. I'll probably remember when I'm 5 hours into the trip, but yeah, I think that is everything that I want to tell you guys. So that's going to do it for this video. Thanks again to VinVin for supporting me on Patreon. If any of you are interested in doing so, there is a link in the description of this video and every other video that I post. So if you're interested in that, you can get in at $1 a month and get to see some of the content that I don't post on my YouTube channel. I basically use it kind of like an Instagram account. I'm too busy to do a lot of stuff on Instagram, so I post some pictures and stuff. You get to see some early content that you normally wouldn't get to see on my YouTube channel. And I will probably be posting stuff during the trip on Patreon that will only come out maybe a month later on YouTube. So if anyone's interested in that, you can do that. You can also donate on a little thanks button at the bottom. Not exactly sure how that works, but anything you guys can do, including just liking and commenting and subscribing, all of that is very much appreciated. Thanks for watching. That's going to do it for this one. I'll see you next time.